Hi, and welcome to December 2025. We are at the end of 2025 already. And I don't know about you, but I felt this new moon, this previous new moon in Scorpio and the Mercury retrograde that we're just coming out of was very potent. So if it was intense for you, you may still be just kind of coming down from it, downloading, integrating, rejuvenating, and just kind of, coming back into your core with whatever got stirred up or whatever got shifted and changed and moved around from this previous past month. So December, Mercury is Mercury is direct, thank the goddess, and it will be, we'll still be in post shadow for the first couple weeks. And so that will be a great time though, just really, we'll probably have a lot of downloading, a lot of clarity still coming through, and just a lot of integrating again from just whatever just played out. So still maybe you might feel still just a little bit wanting to slow down and go slow, just kind of still be very introspective, the first part of December. We're going to be dealing with the number vibration of 9, which we've been dealing with all year. So this is the final month and the final wrap up of that. And we're going to be dealing with the number vibration of 3. So I'm going to talk a lot more in the next January video about 2026. Invitation for this month, however, is to really set your trajectory, lay down your platform, your foundation, your roots as to how you want to enter into 2026, because it is going to be a very pivotal year. So think about whatever themes have come up for you this year is really setting the stage for you coming into your heart-centeredness, your soul self, your empowerment in a whole new way. And 2026 is going to really kind of kick in that way. Kick in whatever the theme was. It was like almost like this year was preparing us, shifting around a lot of things, again, depending on your own personal cycle. So invitation is take this month and really look at what were the themes, and from what I've gained, learned, healed, how have I transformed? And November was a great month for a lot of that those realizations, or that opportunity to really come into being aware of what we've just gone through and be able to really land it potentially, or we're going to be kind of landing it in December, depending on how November was for you. So December though is going to be just a really big invitation for us to set the stage, so to speak, the trajectory for 2026. So what I mean by that is, what do we really want to go into 2026 within our alignment? So, do we want to go into it empowered? Do we want to go into it grounded? Do we want to go into it loving? Do we want to go into it steady, stable, feeling secure, feeling optimistic, with faith, with a whole new alignment, with really staying connected to not my will, but thy will? And what's really showing up, the message actually that really came through, and I'm going to talk about the 9 and 3 individually in a second, but what the message was that really came through for this month, in addition to the vibrational messages through the numbers, is really just take a step back and really ask, how can I see my life? How can I see what's playing out in the world? How can I see whatever is going on in my own personal self from a different perspective? Can I take a step back? Can I just really zoom out and really start to step into seeing it from the bigger picture, remembering that we are a part of a very big unfolding that's happening right now, and we are a part of a very beautiful, loving, powerful galactic family, and we are a part of that. Sometimes when we take a step back, it helps us to be able to really prioritize things and be able to kind of really come back into our deeper purpose of why we're here and ground in that, rather than getting caught up in our potential problems, our potential, kind of feelings, emotions, things like that. So this is a great month. Just the invitation for us would be kind of reflecting, how am I seeing this? What's my mind state right now? And can I take a step back and see this from a different perspective? Can I see this from the bigger perspective? And then come back into, and how can I serve from that place now? Because this is the 9, we're wrapping up the 9, and the 9's gift is, well, has many gifts, but one of them, when we're in a cycle of it, is that it allows us to really, gives us the vision of review, and it gives us the perspective or the awareness of patterns that we haven't seen before, and we're able to see, and we're able to actually really gain new wisdom, gain new nuggets. That can be challenging because there can be a lot of review and there can be a lot of emotions that come up. So that might still happen this month in the final wrap up. If there's anything else that our soul really wants us to see, it really wants to get, it really wants to transform, or it really wants to ultimately release, then that can show up. So that's the gift of the 9. So there might be some wrap up of that. Again, 9 themes: clean, purge, organize, dance. And I love with the 3, because the 3 loves to have fun. The 3 loves to be creative. This is going to potentially be a very creative month because 9 is the creative energy and action. It's the Adi Shakti. And then 3 is the creative energy as well. So very highly creative month for us. So that could be a really great way to move the energy to, or just kind of really, immerse ourselves into the flow, being creative, just really losing ourselves into the joy of being creative, whatever that means for us. Creative doesn't mean we have to be art, like artistic. It can be just doing something that you just really enjoy, and it just really allows you to just kind of let go and be into the flow of things. And that can be, creating a recipe, creating a meal. It can be decorating your home. It can be just sitting down and coloring mandalas. It can be really anything that you feel called to do. We are always creating. And so that could be another theme that you might want to look at this month, see what resonates with you. And it could be just stepping back and saying, what am I creating? And especially with that perspective invitation for us to kind of really look at. So that could be another way we look at it, as what am I creating? And am I happy with what I'm creating? And if you want to know what we're creating, we always want to look at our outer as a reflection of our inner. So that could be a way of saying, okay, this is my life. This is what I'm seeing. This is what's reflecting to me in my outer world. How do I feel about that? Do I want to create something different? And if I do, what do I want to create? And then how do I get into alignment with that essence of what I want to create next, and grounding in the present moment? So this could be a really beautiful month to do that. The 9, we have the solstice coming up. I love, if you know me, I love the winter solstice because of the sacredness of it. And this year we have the 9 with this sacred solstice, and the 9 energy is that essence of the winter sacred solstice in the northern hemisphere. So that means, think of the 9 energy as, in winter solstice, like at the solstice time stops for those 3 days. So from the 21st, and then it kicks back into the 25th, and that's when we start moving towards the summer solstice in the Western Hemisphere. So those 3 days are a pause. There's such a stillness in the winter solstice because of the energy. We've been in this yin energy. We've been coming into the womb, to that feminine womb. So it's very still. It's very deep. It's very sacred. And so think about, that stillness. And if you can, in that 3-day pause, go outside and take some time to just connect, feel that stillness. Be open to just receiving the power and the presence of that stillness. Connect to the stars, the moon, and if maybe it's snowing, and that's the essence of that winter solstice. Then the 9 energy is you go outside during that time. It's so still, it's dark, and there's a really soft, gentle, heavy snow falling. There's just such a purity and a stillness in that. And so that's potentially the gift of this month too, is tapping into that, because we've got the 9 and we've got the winter solstice together. So I just feel that's going to be an amazing, magical, sacred place. And I love this because that could be our platform, what we're platforming into 2026 with, potentially, if that resonates with you, really coming into that soul self. And in order to really connect and hear that soul self, and come back into the remembrance of truly remembering who we are at our soul level and why we're here at this time, is to really get into that stillness and that sacredness. So the 9 is going to really offer that. So again, if the 9 is feeling there's a lot of emotion still coming up, or there's a lot of review, again, purging, dancing, and just anything, taking some time in stillness, even taking like a day, or do a weekend of just a silent weekend, like go into silence, whatever resonates with you. But it is going to be a very opportunity to have a really potent potential connection with our soul self. So we have the 3 as well. So the 3 is very social. And again, if you celebrate the holidays, there could be just a lot more festivities going on, or just a lot more laughter, or just a lot more fun, and maybe set that as that intention. 3 offers that. The 3 also is our optimism. It's our, seeing the glass half full, not half empty, seeing what the possibilities, the potential. So we could feel a real renewed sense of optimism, especially coming from the heaviness of the Mercury retrograde in the Scorpio season that we had. So this could be just a really beautiful, like fresh air coming through, and just, again, feeling like I'm going to lay down the heavy for a little while, and I'm just going to have fun, and I'm going to laugh, and I'm going to just, and really enjoy the connections with everybody that I come in contact with. And I love the 9 because the 9 really it's the humanitarian number. So it's asking us to remember that we are all connected and we are all one. And, what happens to one really truly does happen to all of us, because we are one. We're our own individual spark in that one, but we are all connected. And as we evolve more and more, as humanity evolves more and more, that's going to become more and more prevalent. We're going to remember that more. We're going to see that quicker. We're going to see the impact of that more, because we're coming together more as that wholeness at a humanity level as we evolve more. So this is a month to just really, again, where can I offer seva? Where can I offer service? Where can I offer love? That could be as simple as just smiling at people. Doesn't matter if they smile back. It could be just, a lot of people are stressed right now. A lot of people are going through incredibly tough times, obviously, what's happening in the world, which I will touch on in a second. But that could be just, again, how can I show up from a place of love? And that means kindness. That could mean I'm going to just be warm. I'm going to smile. I'm going to be compassionate. I'm going to hold a space of compassion, still absolutely taking care of self, but also being able to really go and offer some type of light or inspiration. We never know, even a smile to a stranger, we never know what the impact of that to that stranger can be or is. That spark or that light or that warmth, or just that somebody recognizes them, sees them, is holding love for them. We never know what that does, and we don't need to know. It's just, this is a month where we can just really hold everyone in that respect, and just really intend to bring back just the sacred dignity to all beings, to everyone. So the 3, so where this might be interesting, we're still going to be seeing obviously a lot of things unfolding on the world stage. And where the 3 can also represent the world stage, and it also represents illusion. It represents friends and enemies. It can represent nurturing energy too, mother energy. So where can we bring nurturing into a situation? And that could be first and foremost nurturing ourselves. So this might be a month where we may need to look at how we are nurturing ourselves a little bit more, how we're nurturing Mama Earth. So again, depending on what plays out on the world stage, but being able to come back first and foremost. What's my relationship with myself? What's my relationship with humanity? What's my relationship with nurturing energy, with self-care? And there could be some healing around mother energy that's coming up, so that we can come into more open-heartedness, healing any wounds that we have from that, and coming into more of that compassion or unconditional love. So the 3 on the world stage could start to reveal more of where humanity, because we're in this final 9, so where humanity potentially has been puppeted, has been under, a spell of illusion, and that could be starting to really break through and just really dissipate or crack open. And so, depending on what happens, our invitation to keep coming back and remembering that love really is the answer. And it is the answer because we're evolving into the consciousness more of love at the humanity species level, but we're also, love counterbalances transmutes so many lower frequencies. So what is love? What is the consciousness of love? It's when I can, from my heart, truly and authentically be in kindness, care. I can be in compassion. I can forgive. I can come from a place of different understanding. And again, back to that perspective, that could be where we step back and we say, how can I see this from a different perspective? How can I see this from a soul perspective? Understanding that everything that's playing out is ultimately playing out for a higher good. I might not see that yet with myself or with the world stage, but if I can keep coming back and looking at it from that perspective, when I have that understanding, we're all playing roles with each other. What is my opportunity in this from learning and growing and healing perspective? That's when we then start to birth these other qualities from that consciousness of understanding. From that perspective of understanding is when forgiveness just naturally starts to happen. Compassion starts to birth. Gentleness starts to come through. Things like that. So this could be a beautiful month for that. And reminding of the solstice, on the 21st, I am offering a free solstice clearing and meditation. So you're welcome to join. Would love to have you, to see you there. So there will be a link that you can connect with. You can also go to my website, catherinemarshall.com, and you can register there. It's free, but you do need to register. And it will be recorded. So if you're not able to show up live, or attend live, or you don't want to go live, you want to just have the recording after, then you'll have that option as well. All right, so big month in a sense, powerful month, sacred month. You know, again, there could be a lot of things that play out that might not feel so gentle on the world stage. I think it's just, you know, it's part of the unfolding, and I really feel this month though is an amazing and beautiful month for us to really come back into that sacred space. What does that mean for you? What does sacredness mean for you? How can we cultivate our environment, or where can we create a room? Can we create a space? Can we create an hour? Can we create just, you know, connecting to that feeling, that essence of sacredness? What does that mean for you? All right, so wishing you a very beautiful, sacred, and peaceful, and loving, and fun. Hope you have lots of fun and lots of laughter. And if you celebrate the holidays, happy holidays, and happy solstice. Much love. Namaste.